Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you all. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for being here. We are going to start things off with a little bit of fishing and a little bit of cooking. It's very much a Monday for me, so I'm probably going to be uncharacteristically quiet for the first little bit this morning because it is a Monday. I noticed over the weekend that the internet seems to be split as to whether it wants Phase 1 of Season of Discovery to go on for a long time, or whether it wants Phase 2 to be out right now. There seems to be quite a bit of division amongst the WoW player base. Who would have thought that the game has two incredibly different sets of players whose goals and dreams can never be appeased together? Yeah, like there's one group of people that wants the Phase 1 to, go on for a while, which is the smart group of people, obviously. And then there's people who want Phase 2 to be out immediately and are in fact upset that it's not out already. And I wish those people would just go play a different game. But that seems to be what's going on. It seems to be a split. It would be very disconcerting if they rushed out Phase 2. Like, if they rush out Phase 2, I don't know. I might be going back to hardcore if they rush out Phase 2. Like, if Phase 2 comes out any earlier than the new year, like, I'm gonna go back to hardcore. Why would someone want Phase 2 already? I don't know. It's... all I think is that, like, obviously it's a person who can play for 20 hours a day. Like, that's the first qualification. And apparently there are many more of these people than I ever would have thought possible. But it's somebody who can play for 20 hours a day, and it's probably also someone who isn't really, like, hugely interested in having a bunch of alts. Maybe they have one or two characters they really, really want to play, and that's it. And yeah, those people have done all the doing, they've killed all the killing things, they have collected all the collecting things, and they are ready for Phase 2. Because they have nothing else to do in their lives and no other games to play. And so there's a big... And sometimes people like that are the loudest people on the internet and on the forums. So there's like a big outcry. There's people who want Phase 2. And then there's like quieter, normal people who just want Phase 1 to go on for a little while. We'll see who wins. Streamers? I mean, I don't want Phase 2 to come out anytime soon. But yeah, I'm not really a streamer, so... that makes sense. I don't know if it's streamers, but it might be like people from their communities. If you're ready for Phase 2, go outside, Shane. Yeah, exactly. But there are people like that apparently already. I mean, because getting to level 25 is not hard. It doesn't take a ton of time, you know, not comparatively speaking, at least. Yeah, I would really like to see Phase 1 go on until like mid-January, but it needs to at least make it into January. Without, I'd like it to get into January. Then maybe the first week of January they give us a date for Phase 2, and then that date that we get in the beginning of January would still be a little bit further off in the future, like by a couple weeks. Because you also have to keep in mind that like we're assuming the season is going to be a year long, because Season of Mastery was a year long, and they haven't said anything to the contrary. They're definitely not going to rush through seasons. You know, we're not going to get Season of Discovery for 6 months, and then 3 months after that get another season. Like, Blizzard doesn't make content that quickly, especially on the Classic team, which is basically non-existent. They probably already have it basically done, man. If you're talking about like doing the work on the new raids, like all that stuff's probably basically done. At this point, they're definitely already testing if Nomergon's the next raid or whatever the next raid is. They've already got it, and they're probably testing it internally right now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if at least the framework for all of the planned raids was already done. And then all that is left is like a bunch of internal testing and maybe some tweaks and changes along the way. Because they're not making new dungeons. They're just changing boss encounters. It's really easy to put some mechanics in, change the way the enemy behaves a little bit. It's not like they're designing a new raid, you know what I mean? They're using the same environments, same trash mobs. It's different loot tables and different mechanics. It's not a heavy lift as far as development goes. It's not a heavy lift. If they were making something completely new, if they were redoing the Nomergon raid, but they're not redoing these raids. It's the same dungeon as it was on 5-man. The environments are the same, the trash is the same. It's only the bosses that have changed. Ashenvale is a fun place to hang out on a PvP server if you want to die all the time. Okay, if you want to get killed, if you want some excitement, like pick a direction in Ashenvale and then walk in that direction, and eventually action will find you. I would recommend having like a group, or better yet having a raid-sized group with you if you want to do any like walking around in Ashenvale. I did notice today, sadly, that the population sizes of the hardcore servers are listed as medium. They are no longer high pop, they are no longer full pop, they are medium pop, which in WoW language means that they're dead. Obviously, they're dead. That was kind of depressing, to be honest. Classic era was low, yeah, you know. I looked at Mancrick's server and Classic Era list, and it was low. Everything's low. There's a couple of those servers, you know, like Whitemane and stuff that are still high pop in Classic Era. Those are all clustered together anyway. So like the population of a normal server in Classic Era doesn't matter that much. But yeah, everything is low. And I kind of hope that like hardcore gets a return. I would hate for like the whole hardcore experiment and hype and excitement to be over. It would be really sad. It kind of is sad to live in a world where you constantly have to go from one new thing to the next new thing. Like nothing has any longevity. People can't even stay interested in something for more than a month before they want phase 2. It's kind of shitty to have to exist in that kind of place. But apparently that might be the place that we're in. You know, the only thing that I guess maybe could bring people back to hardcore is if they did another fresh start, which they probably won't do anytime soon. Like, don't get me wrong, the season is fun. Playing in this version of the game does not have the level of stakes that hardcore does, obviously. So like to me, it's a little bit less engaging. because there are no stakes. People are going back to Wrath a little bit, Ale. Yeah, maybe people will. The thing is, last week the hardcore servers were still high pop. This week they're medium pop. So like hardcore was doing okay, and then apparently it just like took a little bit of a nosedive over the weekend, maybe. Yeah, it's just one new thing after the next, you know. We'll do the season for a bit, and people will get sick of the season. Then Phase 2 will come out, and then after that's all done, you know, eventually Cataclysm will come out. I'm probably gonna have to start doing some hardcore stuff on the recorded series so I can get some playtime. I miss hardcore. I miss that more like immediate feeling of like everything you do is important. Every single misstep you make could be the end. Like I kind of like that level of gameplay. And the season's fun, but it's never gonna be immersive in quite that way. I'm gonna head out to Westbrook Garrison. We can do the stuff out there. We can see if we can get the gold schedule to drop. I haven't seen the gold schedule in about 6 or 7 characters. I'm convinced it doesn't drop anymore. But we'll head out there. We'll do that quest. We'll kill Hogger, and we will see. After we take care of that, we'll head out to the east, and we'll do the rest of the stuff over here. And then we're heading back to Dunmorrow. A couple of quests are probably going to go gray. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose this one. If we lose this one, I'm not going to do a gray quest. I'll drop it. We'll do everything that stays green, and we'll just drop anything that's gray that we haven't already completed. We should be pretty far ahead of the level curve just because we went over to the Night Elf area. Did some stuff over that way. It must be the WoW players are logging off to spend time with their families over the holidays. No. WoW players use holidays to play more WoW. Like, that's what a holiday is for. If you're like a typical WoW player. But don't listen to me. It's a Monday, and it's a shitty Monday for me. I'm feeling overly pessimistic about basically everything. Seeing the hardcore numbers like slack off was just like one more thing today that was depressing. Add it to the list. Would it make me feel better to know the Cowboys overcame adversity? You mean they beat the Eagles? Nah, like football sucked this weekend. The Lions lost, the Chiefs lost. Like I don't really care between the Cowboys and the Eagles. I kind of realized that like watching football was a huge waste of my time. I had an epiphany, a reawakening of the fact that like watching other humans play sports is a huge fucking waste of my time. And I read through most of the games yesterday. I got the new Mistborn book, Lost Metal, which is like sadly the last book in the second era of Scadrial. But I read that most of the day because yeah, I just realized I was just wasting like a ton of my fucking time every week watching other men play a sport, and that kind of bothered me. It's been a strange weekend. Internally, nothing externally has been strange or different. Just like mentally, internally, it's been weird. I should have cooked all this stuff. Maybe I can find like any fire will do. Maybe I can cook off a torch. I don't know if I can do that or not. I can't cook. They get a keep, and a keep they'd have a kitchen somewhere. You know, they need to feed these troopers. Who is feeding the troopers? There's all kinds of food right here. I don't see a kitchen. This is a huge oversight. How are we feeding people if there's not? How does this food get here? Do they have like Elwyn Forest DoorDash? I don't understand. Who's cooking the food? Where's your fires at? God. Maybe somebody sells flint and tinder. A morale officer. Okay. Oh, the Stormin music. Yeah, everyone loves the Stormin music to kick on out of nowhere. It's everybody's favorite. They have no way to cook food here. This is immersion. Immersion is broken. My immersion's completely busted. There's not a single keep in the entire game that has a kitchen. They have a little mess hall where like 4 people could eat, but they don't have a kitchen. There's nowhere to prepare food. So yeah, so much for immersion. I'm asking in general for Hogger. Any Hogger groups? Somebody was like, anybody need Hogger in general? And I was like, yes. And then I didn't get an invite to a group. So I guess I didn't follow like etiquette. I don't know what I did wrong. We could probably kill him by himself at this point, you know. The Gnolls probably have many fires, David. That's a good point. Yeah, we'll just steal one of their fires. We'll kill them all first, you know. First we'll murder, and then we'll cook right at their fire, and we'll eat in front of them. And we won't bring anybody for the rest of the Gnolls. No food for anybody else. I'm still getting used to these little things. I forgot about them over the weekend. I forgot about them. Yeah, I don't have any tinder. That's what I was talking about. I went to the vendor to see if maybe he had flint and tinder, but no, he didn't have anything. I'll just cook here. It's probably, you know, we probably got about 4 seconds before they respawn, so we should be good. Oh snap, we got the gold schedule right away. This is like karma for all the characters that I took through here and killed hundreds and hundreds of Gnolls and never got the gold schedule to drop. This was like our payback. I do see Hogger like hanging out right here in front of us. Apparently there's nobody on right now that needs Hogger. I guess maybe the season of Discovery is dead too. There's no Hogger groups, so I don't know what to think right now. Oh, that was pleasant. Okay, let's just pull Hogger. Let's just pull him. I got a bad feeling that Hogger, I got a bad feeling that like every single fucking thing back there just aggro. Why did all that shit aggro? I didn't pull any of that shit. I didn't do any of that. No. They were way fucking back there. This is horseshit. Oh, they didn't drop. He dropped, but all the mobs that I hadn't hit, you know, they hadn't dropped off of me yet. Anyone for Hogger? Anybody playing the game this morning? Supposedly the server is full. It's not full of low level. Maybe this is why nobody wants to wait around for phase 1. Maybe everybody's done with phase 1. They're all just sitting around waiting for phase 2 to come out. I don't know. Yeah, the aggro in this season has been totally effed. Absolutely, the aggro has been the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in the game. I don't think it's intentional. I think it broke and they don't really know. Look, it's so empty right now. Someone was like, if you can't find people, let me know, I'll come help you. Like, that's great, man. I appreciate that. No, I want to find people that are like trying to kill him. This is supposed to be like the popular version of the game right now. Where are all my low-level people at 11:30 in the morning on a Monday? Are you guys, what, at a job? Well, clock out, go home, Start up a new character, please, and come kill Hogger. This is crazy. I'm gonna try him a solo again, and this time I'm not gonna pop my little minis until he's like on top of us. Okay, we've got him by himself, so this is a good start. Alright, well, let's pop our minis. Okay, that didn't they didn't tank him for very long, that's true. Oh, okay. Alright, that's not good. Let's pop stone form. That'll help us out a little bit. Someone was like, I'll help you. Like, nope. 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 I asked 3 times. I asked 3 times and I waited. Now I got him by myself. The minis don't hold it. When someone was first talking about the homunculi, they stated that they could like tank for you, but they don't tank for you. If you pop them first, the enemy will attack them momentarily. But that's about it. It's heavily layered. Yeah, but EBs, when I'm asking in general, like general reaches across layers though. Like when I'm hitting general up to look for people to kill Hogger, that's not confined to my layer. So like I'm not even talking about the amount of people I'm seeing. I was just talking about the fact that like I asked for Hogger like 4 times and there's no one killing him. And then that wouldn't really matter. The layer doesn't matter for that. Where's this one going? Oh, you little... What is she doing? She just went and killed that rabbit, and then she went into that pack! Did you see her just kill that rabbit and then run into that pack of gnolls? What? I hate this ability. What is happening here? Shit. Oh my god. This one is not going to be any better. I can't believe what I just saw. These things have a mind of their own. Like, she went after a poor, defenseless little rabbit and then right into the gnoll camp. Unbelievable. I don't know what to do about that. Like, no amount of me being careful is going to prevent them from going wacko. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do that. She did that all on her own. What? Are they, like, programmed to be erratic AF? Like, I don't understand what's going on with this. Oh my god. It's too much of a Monday for this kind of shenanigans. Could you imagine some shit like that in hardcore happening and like getting you killed? How enraged you might be as a typical WoW player. God, that would be enraging. I'm glad, you know, now I'm glad they don't have a hardcore button for this season, because that's messed up. And now my minis are all dead. You know, they went off and they all got killed. It's bad. Bad Blizzard. I'm afraid to summon them out. I thought that we were ending a fight. Like, they had done the fight. We were out of combat. And then one of them just took off and killed a rabbit. Like, a rabbit of all things to have aggro on. Why did they have aggro on a rabbit? Oh, I'm gonna pop them every time, but if this were hardcore, I couldn't use them. If I was playing hardcore, if I was trying to do like the Sola Iron challenge or something, like, I could not use this ability because this ability is going to get me killed. Like, that's the messed up thing. Like, I'm gonna do it because I have to keep doing it. Because unless I get something else that's better, like, this is worse. Like, Shadow Word Pain also affects 2 additional nearby targets. Like, no thank you for soloing. So yeah, I have to use it. It's part of my damage now, but I don't have to like that it's erratic. And in hardcore, I could never use it. Now I feel like half of my gameplay is like keeping my eye on them. Now I feel like I can't do anything to control them, but now I have to watch them very carefully. At any moment they could beeline it towards a critter and then pull a camp. The minis are like traveling with toddlers? Yes. Except you don't have to listen to toddlers fall over dead every 2 minutes. Which is like another disturbing part of the minis, is having to hear their little like death squeals. Like, yeah, I don't really care for it. I wish they could die silently, and not have to go "Ooh-ah" every time they died. Because that kind of like, it's not super relaxing, and it just kind of like stands out louder than like any other sound effect to me. And I wish I could just turn that part of them off. Like, I don't need to hear their death cries. Thank you very much. I already have to listen to the death cries of every single enemy in the game. I don't need a 2-minute ability where like I'm gonna hear this noise every single 2 minutes for 500 hours. Like, I don't think anybody needs that. Yeah, it's not that the noise itself is horrendous. It's just the frequency with which I have to hear it. That kind of becomes like, right now is good because I don't have them summoned out, so we're gonna miss an interval. But yeah, I just don't like having to hear it over and over and over again every 2 minutes for what, for like 300 hours. Doesn't seem really good. I wish you had like 10 seconds to resummon them before they died, so like if you hit it early you could just get them back out, refresh them, without having to listen to them die. That would be cool. Apparently we are done here, so let's head back, turn this one in, and then we are going to be traveling all the way out to the east. Yeah, or desummon them. Yeah, like if I had a little buff up here, I could right click to get rid of them. That would be cool too. Just get rid of them before they all die. Are they targetable by enemy players? That I don't know. That's a good question. I kind of assume that they would be, since they can attack enemy players. It'd be kind of unfair if like an enemy player could not do anything against them. Because I'm pretty sure they also have a debuff that reduces like attack power or something. I have to imagine they could just be like cleaved down pretty easily. Falcon, good afternoon, good morning to you, man. You like the shirt? You can't have it. My favorite Star Wars flick? Nah, these days none of them. Favorite Star Wars thing would be like the Clone Wars animated series. That would probably be like the only thing that like the original trilogy obviously is like has value for like how good it was for its time, you know what I mean? None of it really stands up under scrutiny, and you know the story isn't like super unique or anything, but like yeah, as far as like actual good story and good character development, probably the Clone Wars series. And the more Star Wars shit they make, like the more true that gets, because like the more garbage everything gets. You know, the only other thing that was really good was Andor. Andor was really good because it portrayed the Star Wars universe in like a believable way from the perspective of like a layman, from the perspective of like they showed you like the stupid corporate imperial jobs and stuff like that. And I thought that was like a really interesting take on the Star Wars universe. So like yeah, Andor and the Clone Wars series are really the only Star Wars things that I like anymore. Everything else has become garbage. Mandalorian was good for 2 seasons, and then obviously like that went to garbage too. Yeah, exactly, David. It showed like normal people. Yeah, and also like the way it told its story was just like more believable and more realistic than like, you know, some trash like Obi-Wan per se. Obi-Wan was like the worst garbage I've ever seen. What a disappointment that was. It's so weird to think that like Disney wants all of those shows to like exist in the same universe, because they're all so very different. Like none of the characterizations, the writings, the sets, the wardrobes, none of it feels like it goes together with any other show. What a mess. Star Trek's Lower Decks is great for that reason. Is that an animated show, Lower Decks? For some reason, when I read that, I saw like an image of like Futurama-looking people. Okay, it is animated. That makes sense. So I must have seen like a commercial or trailer at some point. I would watch it if it were live action. Yeah, I haven't watched an animated thing in a long time. Was there a random gazelle back here? Yeah, we ran into a parrot the other day. Apparently there are like various animals that don't belong here. And we're assuming they're for other classes' runes. At least that's what I assume. I assume it's for somebody's rune. It's for a mage rune. Yeah, see, there you go. Yep, there's a parrot, there's a gazelle, there's a couple other things that just don't belong. I've given up on like looking around and like looking for new stuff, you know, because like there isn't really any new stuff that I need to worry about. I have a few more runes I need to get, and like the runes I need for healing I can't really go after till I'm level 25. Like besides that, I basically have the runes that I want. So I haven't really been looking around at stuff. It's not really a season of exploration for me like I thought it was gonna be. I think that while we're over here, you know, instead of running back, I think I might go to Red Ridge when we're done and grab the Red Ridge flight point and use that to travel back to Stormwind. Might be a good time to pick that up. Did the raid happen? Yeah, the raid did happen. We killed 3 bosses. We got to the 4th boss. I think if we'd have had a couple more pulls on the 4th boss, we'd probably get him. Yeah, it happened. It was a good time. I had fun. It was nice to be able to go in knowing nothing about the raid and be able to down 3 bosses. Alright, I don't really think I need either of these. So, yeah. Alright guys, I need to step away for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'll be right back, I promise. Taffy Laffy says, I did a full BFD run on a warrior, got full bliss in one run. Now I'm burnt out and don't want to play WoW. Well, I mean, you can become one of those people who are being very vocal about how you need to have phase 2 right now. Or you could just, you know, chill for a bit, play other versions. Or, you know, you can play other versions of the game. You can go play other games too. Or you can just hang out with us. Either way. Yeah, I mean, I could see, like, you know, you don't even have to be burned out to be done on a character. You know, you can get your full bis or get a bunch of good gear and you can feel like, yeah, that's good enough. That was kind of how I felt on my my human pally over in Wrath of the Lich King, like my Alliance Paladin. Like, I did a Nax run, I did a couple Nax runs, I got some gear. I did an Ulduar run, I got some gear, and I thought, you know, I'm done. I'm happy with that. That was cool. I'm done with the character now. And, like, I don't even think I was burned out. I think I was just done. There weren't any more goals that I wanted to pursue on that character, so that was, like, basically the end of it for me, and that's okay. It's an infinite game. It's endless. So you're allowed to, like, call your own stopping point. You know, you're allowed to say that I've done everything I want to do on the character, and then you can play a different character. You can go play a different game. It's definitely okay to be done. Yeah, even if you could win the PvP event, that would get boring too. That would get lame also. That's why, like, you know, I like to raid log on my max level characters. I like to get them into the raid, get them going, and then I like to log in once a week to do the raid. Because that's the fun part of the game for me at endgame. Like, I don't really care about the daily activities. I'm not always super interested in grinding rep or anything like that. Like, I just want to do the raid and see the raid. And if I can get on once a week and do that, then I'm happy with the character. It's why I have trouble, like, engaging with the endgame in retail. It's not because, like, the endgame in retail is necessarily bad. It's that the endgame in retail is structured for people that want to log on every single day and play X amount of time every single day, and, you know, play X amount of time every single week. And, like, I don't really enjoy playing characters like that. I like to get a character to endgame, and then I like to log on to him to raid, and besides that, I like to level up alts. But yeah, you can't really do that in retail. One of the reasons Phase 2 might come out soon is the 3-day lockout on BFD. Are you stating that the reason people want Phase 2 so soon is because they can do the raid so often and they can get all their gear, like, really quickly, so they're done with it and now they want Phase 2? Yeah, I will say that, like, the length of Phase 1 has very little to do with, like, elite players gearing up their character, as it has to do with, like, more casual people being given time to level up characters. Like, the length of the phase is obviously not for the 5% of people who can play 20 hours a day. Like, that's not the point of the level phasing. If we were making a game for the 5% of people that can play 20 hours a day, we wouldn't have level bans at all. They would just let people grind up all the way to max level, because the 5% of people that can play 20 hours a day can do that relatively quickly. Whereas the rest of us who can't play 20 hours a day, like, we are the reason why there are level bans. It has nothing to do with the people that are already in their BIS, because the people that are already in their BIS are like a subset of the classic population. Even though they are a very fucking loud subset, they know how to be very vocal on the internet because they spend all of their time on the internet. So it makes sense that the group of people that has already gotten all of their gear from BFD and that they're demanding Phase 2, it makes sense that they're loud. You know, they're on the internet all fucking day. But the point of level banding is not for those people. It's for everybody else. And that's why you won't see Phase 2 anytime soon. They literally said when they talked about the level banding that they want you to be able to get some characters to level cap. They want you to be able to gear them out, and then they want you to fuck off. They want you to go play other games, play other versions of WoW, have a life somewhere. They literally talked about how the point of the level bans was to, you know, stop that incessant behavior of people leveling up as quickly as they could. And so you're not going to see Phase 2 anytime soon, regardless of how many like elite players who already have a couple characters geared out, no matter how much they beg for it. It's not going to happen because it's not for them. The level banding isn't for them to begin with. The level banding is for normal people. No, there's no estimates. They're not going to tell us because it's not happening anytime soon. If you're bored with the season, good. They want you to get bored with the season. They want you to have an experience up to level 25. They want you to get bored of it. They want you to go play hardcore, go play Wrath, go play retail, go play other video games, go outside. They want you to do those things. They talked about it at BlizzCon. Like, people just don't remember shit. People have selective memory. They hear only what they want to hear. And they don't actually listen to what's being said. They want you to get bored of the season. They don't want you to be able to progress now just because you geared your characters out. They want you to get bored. They want you to go away and do other stuff. That's like part of the goal of the season. Like, they have a version of the game already where you can chase endless endgame shit. It's called retail. Yeah, it's called Dragonflight. They have a version of the game where they're outputting lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of endgame content as quickly as they can. So that game, for those people that want to keep progressing a character, who want more and more and more and more who have a voracious fucking appetite for content, like, those people have that already. It's called retail. Is this area respawning fast? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I like it. We already have one, don't we? We have like Silverleaf. Yeah, the Silverleaf is probably going to be a little bit cheaper. Silverleaf is pretty cheap on the server, so we'll keep the Silverleaf one. We thought they had adjusted these spawn rates to like chill them out a little bit, but they haven't. They're still dropping all the time. They're dropping much more than I'm comfortable like stopping what I'm doing to run to the city. Yeah, I don't know. If I need the rep at any point, I'll grind it up later, I guess. I forgot that I still need Princess. Completely forgot about that quest entirely. That's what happens when you spend like so much time like doing the starting zones. Like, we went to Teldrassil, which was very different. I've never done Elwyn, Teldrassil, and Dunmorrow like all together like that. You seem like you're going in there with a purpose. Did I get him? I did get him. I didn't touch him, so thankfully, even though I hadn't attacked him at all, I still got credit for the kill. I appreciate that. Do we have a guild in SOD? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we did BFD with the guild the other day. And now they're dropping all the time. It's so fucking annoying. Like, they can do one of two things. They can reduce how often these drop, or they can let you carry more than one at a time. But it would be really, really awesome if they would do one or the other. Because there's no way that I can stop every single, like, you know, like, what am I supposed to do? Every single time I get one of these, like, every 10 kills we get one. If I stop questing every 10 kills to go turn in a fucking box, I'm never gonna level up. And I'm fine leveling up slowly. But what I'm not fine with is running across the entire zone every 10 kills. Because I literally am getting these fucking boxes like every 10 to 20 kills now. And it's too much. It feels like you're being wasteful, and it leaves a bad taste in your mouth because you're like, damn, that's like 200 rep minimum that I have to leave on the ground right now because I wasn't willing to run for 12 minutes to stop what I was doing the last time I got a crate, so that when I got a crate before this, 12 kills later, I could do the same thing again. They drop too much. They're becoming like a really annoying mechanic of the season when at first I liked them. You guys haven't seen one drop in days? Are you guys max level? Like, I wish I hadn't seen one drop in days. Like, that'd be ideal. Ideal situation, I see like 2 of them drop a day. We've already seen 3 drop today. Like, we've only been at it for almost an hour. Like, I've seen 3 of them drop. It's too many. And I feel like I should be taking advantage of it, but like, I don't want to. I don't want to run across the entire zone every 7 minutes. You know, that's a little bit too tedious for even me. The weekdays have a higher drop rate? Yeah, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, who really knows? Everything's a little bit wonky in the season. We don't know why things function the way that they do. They'll never tell us, so. The respawn rate here really sucks. That's what I do know. Yeah, Shane, that does suck, man. There are lots of the class changing runes that are locked behind like kind of crazy requirements, in my opinion. That's a tough one though. I would really love to have just seen the new abilities just get worked into the character classes. Like you unlock them at certain levels, etc. That would have been a cooler way to. And then the discoveries could have been something different. Like the discoveries could have actually been new quest rewards, gear, gold, mounts. Like the discoveries could have been pets. The discoveries could have been different shit. And the class changes could have just been baked into the classes. And that way you know that like once you hit level 25, you're gonna get all your class changing stuff. I don't really like how, you know, like, cause I just looked them up now. Because you can't find a lot of them by simply exploring the world. So you have to look them up anyway. And so at that point when I have to look them up, like I'd rather them just be baked into the class. Amarson, good afternoon. Am I focusing on discipline talents? Yeah, I'm going mostly discipline. We had to go into shadow. We have to, yeah, there we go. Speaking of talent points, we're done in shadow now. Yeah, we have to go into shadow for a 5-point spirit tap. And now we're going to go into discipline. We're going to go wand spec. Wand spec, improve powered shields, and then we'll go from there. They're off to the races. They hate rabbits, man. Like, they are going after this. Look at do you guys see that? They are programmed to kill critters. I shit you not. That is the second rabbit we've seen them randomly go after today. That rabbit was nowhere near us. There's no way that anything we did brought that rabbit into combat with us on the prior pull. It was crazy. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, why are they targeting wildlife? I don't understand. This is obviously going to be a continuing theme with them. They just aggro this bear, like they're just on hyper fucking aggressive. That's all. They're on so aggressive they're gonna aggro critters. They're just set to like super aggressive. It's really something. It's really something, and you can't get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I can dismiss them. I can't dismiss them. I can't get rid of them. I can't do anything. Once I summon them, they're out for 2 minutes. I mean, I can laugh at it because, like, even if it gets me killed, that doesn't really matter. You know, there's absolutely no stakes. It doesn't mean that I really want them, like, off pulling stuff on their own. Like, I wish I could at least dismiss them when I'm traveling. You know, like, if I'm not fighting, I don't need them out. The rabbit was really far away. It was farther away than the last rabbit they killed. Alright, I think from here, I'm going to run out to Red Ridge. I'm going to grab the flight point out that way because we're going to need it. We'll fly back to Stormwind. We have a Goldshire turn in, and then we are going to hearth back over to Dunmorrow. I see we've lost this kill quest. That's okay. We're just going to drop it. If we haven't completed it, we're not going to keep a gray quest unless it's like a completed quest. So yeah, we'll turn in everything here, including Princess, and then we will hearth back over to Dunmorrow. Rosalinda, that's hilarious. You pulled mobs in RFC that way, and you didn't know what was going on, so you guys blamed the hunter. Oh man, ouch. Big ouch. That hunter was probably like super sad, because he probably knew that he wasn't the problem, but he probably didn't know what the problem was. You guys like basically gaslit him into like thinking that he was the problem. So that's tough. That's what he gets for being a hunter anyway, so it's okay. Alright, I'm not taking any other quest here right now. We're just grabbing the flight point. We're going to hop this back to Stormwind. And we're going to keep on keeping on. Yeah, there is lag. There is some YouTube lag, that's true. At least it's happening while we're in flight. Should be good now. Looks like it balanced back out. I lost 2,000 frames. Alright, we're looking for Silverleaf. A larva. I don't remember larva. Alright, that is everything that we're going to do here in Elwyn Forest. Let's go back to Dunmorrow, and we'll finish up everything we have over that way. We also have to pick up the Leopard Gnome quest, and then there's some stuff out to the east for us to do as well. And we'll do all of that stuff, and we'll take that right into Loch Modan. Level 14, I don't think we trained level 14. Yeah, we didn't. I don't really need Smite. I'm like never using Smite. I'm gonna grab it anyway. Cure Disease, Psychic Scream could be fun to play with. Let's see. Let's go after the Shimmerweed first, and then we will head over here to Frostmane Hold. After that, it's over to the eastern side of the zone. I can hear their little like footprints in the snow. I can hear the snow crunching sound effect, and it was happening so rapidly that for a minute I thought it was a sound happening in real life. Yeah, like their little feet make footprints, and apparently they make noise, and it sounded really weird. Yeah, I wish I could mute them entirely. I wish that they didn't make snow noises. I wish that they did not make dying noises. I wish I could mute them. That should be an option. Mute pet. Or what? Oh, look. Yeah, you go ahead. Aggro all the wolves on Death Island. Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate you just veering off to the left just for no reason to go aggro a bunch of wolves. Thank you so much. Those delightful little homunculi. I ran way too far to go after the Shimmerweed. Way too far. Just got hopelessly distracted. We'll circle back. It's a Monday. My brain is thinking about a million other things besides this game. I will try to focus up for your guys' sake. Mark, good afternoon, man. Thanks for stopping by. This is going to work out really well. I can already tell. Apparently they have quite a bit of HP because they tanked these guys for a hot minute. I don't know. I wish they were on assist instead of like on aggressive. That would be better. Like if they can just go into the back end and make it so that they only attack stuff that I attack. That would be ideal. Did I quest somewhere else first? We've done quest in Elwyn, and we went over to Teldrassil. Yeah, the reason why I'm level 14 here is because not only did we start doing stuff in Dunmorrow, not only did we do all of Elwyn, we also did basically all of Teldrassil. Teldrassil, however you want to pronounce it. And normally, like, I would not take a dwarf or a human over there. Normally, we would just do Dunmorrow and Elwyn Forest. But in an attempt to stay way ahead of the leveling curve, I went through the additional effort. We need headhunters. Headhunters are going to be mainly over in the cave. Yeah, I messed up on my warrior. My warrior is like way behind the level curve, so like even when the second level band opens up, my warrior is like dead in the water. Because I just messed up. I didn't do enough zone hopping like early on, and I basically vowed not to make that kind of mistake again, so I overcompensated on this character. Have I ever used the voiceover add-on? I've turned it on and listened to it, yeah. I don't have it consistently in any of my playthroughs yet. But I have turned it on and listened to it. It's really good. For AI voices, it's absolutely amazing. It always makes me wonder like what Blizzard could do if they decided to do like an in-house AI voice. They could probably like nail it. Not that they'd ever do something so cool. But yeah. No, I haven't included it in any of the playthroughs because I always worry about them like taking it down someday. We're not doing this one. This one is gray. The Shimmer Stout, we can probably do that one. All right. Let's go to Frostmane. You know, it doesn't matter what order we do this in. Actually, we're high enough level. Let's go fight the leper gnomes, and then we'll go into the hold, and we'll do it that way. Yeah, I like to play closer in than most people. Most people play WoW like this, which like I can't stand. In hardcore, it causes problems. in hardcore, I cause myself problems by playing so close, but especially when it's not a hardcore version of the game, I like to be zoomed in. Oh boy, another one. Rough copper bombs. These are not going to be super cheap. We're probably gonna drop that one for like anything that's gonna be easier for us to fill. I could run back and turn it in right now, but like, God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oscar, what is Season of Discovery? That question will be better answered by going to Wowhead. They have like a good overview of what's included in the season, and they could probably sum it up for you a lot more succinctly than I could. I have to pay attention here because my homunculi are going to pick their own fights. Yeah, they're not going to wait for me to pick fights. They are going to go off on their own. And they're going to do whatever they want because that's how they get down. They don't take orders from me. I'm only the creator, you know. Why listen to what I say? We've got a wounded adventurer here. He's got a couple of poisons on him. I don't think I can do anything about this right now. We could do cure disease. Okay, that doesn't really help him at all. It gets rid of the one thing, and it like for a brief second he's cleansed. No, I don't think we can help this person. You think we need 2 priests? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. That's definitely a possibility. The way they have structured the runes, it's possible that we need 2 priests. Right now I don't really care. I have the runes I want for right now, and the rest of the runes I need are healing runes. And I think all my healing runes I have to wait till I'm level 25 to get anyway, so whatever it is, I don't care about it. You know what I realized? This was like a big oversight. I am level 14 and I don't have a greater magic wand yet. Why don't I have a greater magic wand yet? We need to go to the auction house like as soon as we can and get the greater magic wand, which we'll then use that'll probably be Biss. Oh, Cookie's wand. We can get Cookie's wand from Dead Mines eventually. But yeah, we're done here. Let's head down to Frostmane Hold. Alright, let's get out of here. Before we head out to the east, we're going to make a stop in Ironforge. We'll probably just turn this one in empty. We'll check the price of the copper bombs. It wants 12 of them. They're probably not going to be quite as cheap as the silver leaf was, so I don't know if I'm going to spend the money on them. We might just turn it in, but we're also going to go to the auction house and find ourselves a greater magic wand, which is going to be a lot more DPS. Alright guys, I'm going to take a 10-minute break. I need to refill my coffee and stretch my legs. I will hang out here at the inn so you can enjoy the lovely inn music. And we will do a little bit of dancing. I'm going to pin a comment here. There we go. I'll pin that to the top of chat, and I will see you guys on the flip side. And to Iron Forge we go. Oh, we could turn this in first. Car, it's refreshing to see a streamer playing WoW with the in-game soundtrack and not bunny hopping every 3 steps. Oh, you mean like this? Should we just... You mean people just do this? Why would we... why would we do this? To be fair, like, I don't know what WoW streamers do. Because I have never watched a WoW streamer, so I have no idea what they do. I probably should be watching them to see, like, what they do compared to what I do, and try to, like, make improvements on what I do, but I don't. Something tells me it wouldn't be very informative. Alex, thank you. I appreciate that, man. What's my favorite zone? In Classic Era? Probably either Elwyn Forest, Teldrassil, Ashenvale, Mulgore. I have a lot of favorite zones. Yeah, there really aren't any zones that I don't like. I have some least favorites. Like, I'm not really a big fan of Tirisfal Glades. It's a little gloomy. A little bit gloomy for me. But yeah, for the most part, I like all the zones. Alright, let's do a little bit of shopping. I'm doing the plural thing again, aren't I? There's no S. There we go. Oh, okay, that's not bad. We need 12, we can buy a stack of 10 and then a couple singles. They're not selling singles. Oh, you jerks. Now I have to buy a whole nother stack, and I'm never gonna use these. Oh, I see what you did. I should have got the wand too. Yeah, let's grab a greater magic wand. And let's hope that we don't get, like, severely price gouged. That's really good. Yeah, 16 silver, I will take it. Yeah, bank the extras for another cast. Yeah, I could, in case we get one. There's only been a couple that I've got duplicates of. Silverleaf, I've gotten that a couple times. Rough Stones, I got that a couple times on the Warrior. A lot of them I only get once. But yeah, let's fill the crate and then we'll dump the others, because I'm not going to use them. There we go, that's the Greater Magic Wand equipped. That's going to be quite a boost to our damage, especially once we start going into improved wand spec. We have another quest over here to turn in, the breadcrumb. Let's go do that really fast before we head out. Alex, level 10 waylaid supplies stop giving rep when we hit friendly. I noticed that before, but what we never figured out was how do I tell that it's level 10? Because I didn't see an item, I didn't see a level on the box unless they changed something recently and I haven't looked. Yeah, I know some of them stop giving rep, but I never found a visual indicator in the game to tell me like which one. What I did was I stopped turning in ones from the starting zones, and I started only focusing on ones I can find in Duskwood and Red Ridge and Wetlands. It's based on the zone. Yeah, that's what I figured out. Was that like once you hit friendly, like don't turn in and don't do any from like the starting zone. So like Elwyn, Loch Modan, even in Westfall, like all the way up through Loch Modan and Westfall, like they become useless. And then like once you're friendly, you're only looking for ones from Duskwood, Red Ridge, and Wetlands. And probably Ashenvale, I guess, if any drop in Ashenvale, you turn those into. What would be really, really cool is if they simply put a marker on them to let you know that you weren't going to get rep. Yeah, like if they literally just marked it as gray or had some kind of numerical indicator on the item to let players know, hey, don't bother doing this, it's no longer any good for you. You know, but why would there be such quality of life? What am I thinking? As it is, we have a long way to go before we hit friendly. I'm not even halfway to friendly yet. I have not been focusing the boxes on this character nearly as much as I did on the warrior, because it does get tiresome to stop everything you're doing. Every 10 kills, I seem to get a box, so we're not going to be friendly for a while. And we're not in a big rush to hit friendly because friendly doesn't give you anything. You get a 10 slot bag, woohoo, and some crappy gear that you don't need. I didn't turn the actual box in. Big miss. Yeah, like my head's not in the game today at all, guys. It's a Monday, and it's been quite a Monday, and I have about a million other things on my mind. So, you know, I make mistakes normally, and there will be plenty more mistakes today, because my brain is only in the game about 5%. And the other 95% is considering, like, other actual things. It's been rough. I almost didn't stream today. And maybe I shouldn't have, but here I am. There we go. Now we're more than halfway there. Probably like four or five more boxes. 4 or 5 more filled boxes, or like 8 or 12 empty boxes. We'll stop back here, we'll kill the elite. I'm pretty sure at level 14, even if there aren't other people around, we could probably do it all on our own. And then we'll do the stuff down in the mine. James, happy Monday, man. Thank you, I appreciate that. The mic is so loud. Is it loud? And no one else has complained, Christopher. Sorry though, man. Sorry if I'm blowing your eardrums out. No one else has said anything. And we've been going for a while, so. Maybe your volume is too loud. Maybe you should turn the dial down a little bit. Alright, into the cave we go. It's so nice to be able to go into caves without fear of getting killed permanently. Like, I'm already in combat with all of his enemies anyway. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, here we go. Now, that guy had some enemies on him. We didn't interact with him. He didn't give us a buff. We didn't give him a buff. Nobody was buffed. And yeah, we ended up on his aggro chain because that's how it works in Season of Discovery. It's the season of, like, loose and sloppy aggro. If you're near somebody and they're in combat, guess what? You're in combat with all their shit now. Regardless of whether you touched it or not, regardless of whether you buffed them or they buffed you, it doesn't matter anymore. If you see somebody run by you and they're in combat, you might as well fight whatever it is they're fighting just to kill it, because it's going to come after you next anyway. We got Hammer Spine here. I'm pretty sure Hammer Spine has always been around. I don't think he's new. Let's see if we can clear the way and pull him. He's guarding a chest, so no doubt another waylaid supplies. What class are the mini-me's? I don't know. They are equipped with various melee weapons. One of them has a sword, one has a hatchet, one has an axe. I don't know. I don't know if they are any class. They're just like little me's that go stab people in the ankles. Oh good, we got one from here. Yeah, 3 embossed leather vest, and we're gonna pick another one up from the chest. So again, like way too many of these things drop to be useful. It didn't have one. This is the first chest that I've opened in the Season of Discovery that did not have a waylaid supplies. So, yeah, color me shocked. Mick, you had the same experience on your warrior that I did. The more you leveled up, the weaker she felt. Yep, that's what happened. Felt okay till around like level like 15 or 17. And then I just started to feel weaker and weaker. Karen, have a good rest of your night. We'll see you next time. We need 2 more bone snappers. I don't think we're gonna find many out here. Here's 1. So that's lucky. Yeah, I feel like we're supposed to find them in the cave. Here we go. Respawns. Alright, level 15. That's not bad for still being in Dunmorrow. That being said, we're going to finish up right up here, and then we're going to head over into Loch Modan. And part of me wants to go back to Elwyn and do the level 10 stuff over in Westfall. But maybe we can do the first couple of quests in Loch Modan first. So the Rat Ears, the Cooking Quest, and then the first In Defense of the King's Lands. As long as we don't hit level 16 or 17, we shouldn't lose XP for any of the level 10 stuff that we have. Talent point, yep, talent point. So now we're gonna go into Discipline, and we're gonna go 5 points into Wand Specialization. Blood Moon, welcome to the stream. That's awesome. Level 22. Hey, you don't have much longer to go. Yeah, Nicole, the music here is really, really good. I mean, I like it in Elwyn Forest too, but it's a very subdued here. It goes very well with the snow. They matched the music and the look of the zone very, very well. Shane, for the raid, they're just going to go in the order that people sign up each week. And then, like, if you guys want to do, like, a day 2, I'm only going to raid the 1 day a week. But if anybody wants to take that raid key and try to push a little bit more on it, then you guys can try to keep, like, the same group for that. But yeah, it's going to be a week-by-week sign-up. That way, you know, it gives people opportunity to get in. If they miss 1 week, they have a chance to get in the next week. Eventually, if we get enough people, we can do 2 raids, like 2 different groups, but we'll see how it goes. We'll probably also want to, like, establish a day and time that the signups go live, so that people know when the signups are going to go up. Yeah, Alex posted the last sign up in the Discord. So I'm assuming he'll do the same this week. Probably, you know, I think Monday or Tuesday would be a good day to put the sign up sheet up. That way people can, like, get in right away. We have the week to kind of assess if we need anybody, if we're short, or if we do have a lot of interest. My wife just brought me some egg rolls and some rice, so I may turn my camera off and attempt to eat this while I play. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go dark here, guys, and I'm gonna eat some food. So we're done with the kill quest portion, but I'm gonna go ahead and grind out the teeth as well. Just so that one's done. Thank you, Amy. Oh, good. This is great. You see how this player dragged all of their enemies right over to me? And now for some reason they are now all my responsibility. He did that because he saw I had the homunculi out. And they have aggressive aggro, so they'll attack basically anything. So he pulled his entire chain of enemies over to me and just kind of left them. Very, very swell of them. Yeah, people are not as polite as they are in hardcore. Like, in hardcore, nobody would ever do anything like that. Very rarely would somebody do that, you know? But in SOD, yeah, people will drag their enemies right over to you because everyone now is aware of how wonky the aggro is. So if anybody even gets close to you with their enemies, you're going to be in combat with all of those enemies no matter what. It doesn't matter if you've attacked them, it doesn't matter if you buff them or heal them or they buff you. If somebody drags their enemies near you, you are now in combat with those enemies. Period. Yeah, like, yeah, the joke's on them, I'm a priest. That was mainly what it is. It's like, yeah, like, bring your 7 mobs over to me, that's fine. I'm a priest, I'll just kill them all. They were probably just trying to save themselves from dying. You know, nobody wants to do a spirit run back. But it's pretty fucking rude to drag a bunch of guys over to another player and not even to toss them a group invite. You know, like, if you need my help, at least toss me a group invite if you're gonna drag a bunch of mobs over to me. Otherwise, expect me to watch you die if I can. Inventory is full. What a surprise. Real shocker. We'll grab this next quest, but we're not gonna do this right now or anytime soon. But we'll grab it so we can track it. Well, that's convenient, a traveling merchant. Yeah, they should really put some more supply people. Like, they don't need the travel, but if they could put them at all the hubs. Like, put one at Thelsamar, put one in Goldshire, put one in Darkshire. Like, if there were guys at all the hubs, then stopping what I'm doing to turn these in would not be a big deal. Granted, like, most of them I'd have to turn them in empty because we're not near an auction house. But, like, with the frequency with which we get them, I would gladly turn them all in empty. If all I had to do was run to the town instead of having to go all the way back to the city, I would probably turn in the majority of them. Even though I seem to find them every 12 kills, it would still be worth it. But when I have to run back to the city, that's a little bit more A little bit more travel time than I want to take for most of these. I guess we'll just grab everything here. I'm looking for the guard. Somewhere there's a guard. Here he is. He's all the way back here down the road. I'm going to go ahead and set my Hearthstone here for now. There's not really a good reason to have it back in Thunder Brew Distillery. So for the time being, we will set it here. Jess, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Which one of the two dots is more efficient at this level? I have no idea. Usually, like on a normal pull, I'll either put up both the dots and wand, or I'll put up neither dot and I will penance, and then I will wand. So I've just been kind of alternating between, you know, doing this, putting up both my dots, wanding it down, or not bothering with the dots and just using penance first. But I don't know which one's more efficient. This one's 36 mana. Causes 65 damage over 18 seconds. This one is 50 mana and causes 66. It's probably Void Plague. Like, Void Plague is probably more efficient. But it really doesn't matter. I'm never running out of mana, and I'm never running out of HP, so... When I can sustain myself indefinitely, then, like, efficiency is really not in question. Oh, Blood Moon, you beat me there. I thought I took care of that, but no, you must have beat me there by like a split second. Nice one. Yeah. Like, the thing is, the reality of it is, there are ways to say I disagree without being a total shit about it. There are ways to disagree with somebody's opinion without just being a fucking idiot. But people on the internet don't often realize that, so... And also, like, it must be a miserable fucking life to be the special kind of jackass that has to immediately contradict someone else's opinion with such an extremely opposite opinion that they just sound foolish. Like, it must suck to live that fucking life. To be that contrary to anything you encounter. It's gotta be a miserable time. Johnny, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. The little shadow guys are a new ability called homunculi. Yeah, we summon 3 little us's, and they're equipped with different weapons. And what they do is they run around the zone and they aggro everything in sight. That's primarily what they do. They also have a debuff that they put on the enemy and they deal a little bit of damage. But mainly, they exist so you can aggro everything around you accidentally. Yeah, they stay out for 2 minutes and they're on a 2-minute cooldown, so you can basically keep them out all the time. They have a penchant for running off and killing critters. They love to run off and kill critters. We've seen it happen twice today. While they're killing critters or shortly thereafter, they like to run through packs of mobs and pull those guys too, so. See, like, you notice how they're up there fighting a bunch of these guys? Like, I didn't tell them to do that. I did not click on those guys and attack them in any way, but my little mini-me's thought, like, hey, there's enemies here. You want us to go do the hacky thing, don't you? Yeah, we'll go. And then they went, but I didn't want them to do that. And now I'm stuck in combat, so. It's a fun ability, but it's an ability that, like, I probably wouldn't want to have it in the game in any other version of the game. Especially if this were like a hardcore run, if we were trying to do like the Soul of Iron or something like that, it would probably really suck, because they're gonna get us killed eventually. Can they die? Oh, they can die. Yeah, they have quite a bit of HP though. For just a little homunculi, they seem to have quite a bit of HP. But they can die. Monica, good afternoon and good evening to you. Illinois, you thought I was done with SOD, then you haven't been here for the past 5 or 6 days. I was done streaming my warrior. Yeah, I got really burned out on the warrior because I was trying to rush it to max level. And I started to kind of hate the warrior, so I did stop streaming the warrior. I leveled it on my own. And then I did a raid on it the other day. But yeah, I'm clearly not done with SOD. Unfortunately, I'm just a human being, so even I can get sick of shit, and then like I can do some introspection, and I can analyze like why I'm sick of something, and then I could come to a conclusion that I was sick of the class and sick of leveling it. As opposed to being completely sick of the season, which is like a different thing. It turned out I just wasn't having fun leveling the warrior up. Did I open the chest? No, I didn't open any chest. I already have a waylaid supplies, and I think somebody else grabbed the chest, as they don't understand what tag means, obviously. So I think they grabbed the chest. I got an offering coin. Classes, priest. Toss into a nearby well to make a wish. That seems new. A nearby well. Where, oh where would I find a nearby well? They're not talking about like a well inside of this cave, are they? That would suck. So I'm about to be out of the cave. And I guess I'm not like super familiar with the location of wells. There could be wells anywhere. I guess I really haven't been keeping inventory of them all. There's one near the entrance. Okay, yeah, I'll have a look. I guess like visually speaking, I don't track where all the water wells are at in the game, since like water is not a mechanic that I need to worry about. I've never been like, oh look, there's a well. Oh, another well. I'm so happy these guys have drinking water. Is it like completely outside the cave somewhere? Yeah, I don't see any wells. Take a right as I go out the cave. Okay, so this is to my right. Yeah, here we go. We got a chest. I don't see any nearby water wells. It's inside the cave. Why do they have a well inside the cave? Okay, so now I gotta go back in. Now I'm gonna have to go to my left, right? If it was on my right coming out. Aha. Yeah, I never would have thought this would be here, you know? I can't do that yet. You know why I can't do this? Because I don't have another priest to come let me pray at them. Or whatever the mechanic is supposed to be. I don't even know what the mechanic is. But I think I need like a special buff to be able to learn this, and I don't have whatever the buff is. So, you know, chalk it up to another rune that I'll probably never learn. I need to do my own self-meditation. I wish I could tell you that I knew how to do that or what that even implied. I don't know. I don't know about the cute little meditation mechanic in the game. I didn't read about it. I haven't had it like done since the first time we streamed it. So like I have no idea what I'm supposed to do that. I'll have to look it up at some point, I guess. Either way, like whatever this rune is, it's probably not one that I actually want. Do I just slash pray like anywhere? Do I have to go to like a statue? Like I don't understand. I kind of hate all the tricky little mechanics that you have to know to like just learn your abilities. It's been the only bothersome thing about the priest. Is like having to rely on another priest or having to get some kind of buff just to learn the rune. After I've already found the rune, after I've already figured out what to do with the rune, then it turns out I have to have some kind of buff on me in order to be able to use it. It's really, really obnoxious. Slash kneel, I don't know. I can kneel, I can pray, but that's not gonna, it's not gonna do anything. I pray to the gods. Yeah, I pray to the gods, alright. Ugh. Gross. I have to kneel in front of another priest. See, that's what it is, and that's the really obnoxious thing about it. Is that it doesn't seem like it's something that I can take care of on my own. And I don't really like that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna socialize. You see what I'm doing instead of socializing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, for sure. Like, I like the new abilities that have been put into the game. I think they make the classes fun. I really hate the way we have to get them, for the most part. Some of them you can find randomly, and that's cool. The ones that are like multi-step processes, or shit like this, where I have to get an item, put it in a well, find a priest, have them pray on me, pray at them. Like, that kind of shit is obnoxious. Nope, nobody likes it, you know what I mean? No one's like, oh my god, this is some next level fucking gameplay, this is so great. Like, there's not a single human being out there who feels that way. What most people feel when they realize they have to conscript another person to pray at them, they feel this. That's probably like the most positive thing that a human feels when they are forced to group up with somebody in a game, that they would rather kind of just play alone unless it's like actual group content. Like, this is my questing journey. I just kind of want to do it on my own for the most part. They should just put like little shrines in all the hubs, and I can just pray at the shrine. Let me pray at an inanimate object. That's what I would rather do. We need one more spider ichor, and then we'll be done with everything. Blood Moon, I appreciate you coming out. This is what people do. Instead of finding someone in the world, like, I think most people probably turn to their guild to find somebody. I don't think it, like, forces people to socialize with new players. Level 16, nice. Yeah, see, this is, I said I didn't really want to hit level 16 here, but we ended up doing it anyway. These are both breadcrumbs, so we're not going to lose a lot of experience here anyway. But I do need to get over into Westfall. There are a couple of other level 10 quests in Westfall. I think they're all mainly breadcrumb quests, though. Why did I block that person? I didn't block that person. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Monica. I didn't block anybody. Not right now. The last person I went to block just said something really stupid. But I don't know if someone got blocked. I'm not sure. I'll have a look up. Oh, I'm not sure. I can unhide them. I'm not sure why that happened. Sometimes, especially when people are on the phone app or something, sometimes weird stuff happens. My wife accidentally banned someone the other day who just asked like a normal question. She accidentally like banned them from the channel. Weird stuff just happens sometimes. Sometimes the ban hammer gets a little too loose. Like it has like there's collateral damage happens when you swing the ban hammer around. Blood moon. It's bad hammer usage. No, it's probably just an accident, I'm assuming. I fixed it. It's fine. So I can toss all these other coins on the ground, right? Like I don't need these now. We did the one, we got the rune. I don't need any of this other stuff, right? David, no. I have never wondered what spider kebab tastes like. I don't want to know. Less do I not want to know like what it would look like. But no, I've never thought, spider kebab, you know. Those night elves, they might have something there. I just assume that like night elf sensibilities are a little bit different. 'Cause yeah, I don't want a spider kebab. Nope. Nope. We're gonna cap out, I think, like before I finish making these, so I'm gonna have to keep my eye on this. And we'll have to learn the next rank of cooking over in Ironforge. Am I doing it right? We have to slash pray, right? I don't know what we're supposed to do. Maybe we have to slash pray simultaneously. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Have I said how much I hate this mechanic? Slash kneel? Like praying isn't enough, I have to kneel. I kneel and then someone prays over me. Okay. I mean, this is really stupid. Okay. And then yeah. And then I do the same thing, or... I'm assuming like all priests need these buffs at all times. That's it. That's all. I did it. Okay. I hate this mechanic. Blood Moon, thank you for coming out. Do you need me to pray over you? Do you need the buffs? Like, I don't know how this works. Is it like, it's tit for tat, right? I have all 4 buffs now. Yeah, I see that. I don't know what the relevance of each like different buff or what the point of them are. Like, all right, so that's cool. That's done. I guess we're good here. Thank you. Let's go ahead and learn this. I don't think this is going to be something that I use. What was it? It was Twisted Faith. Mind Flay and Mind Blast deal 20% increased damage to targets afflicted with Shadow Word Pain. That's really cool. That's really cool. There we go. Perfect. There's like a little firework goes off over your head. That's silly. I'm not going to use this, but it's a really good one for shadow damage. Like if I wanted to be a shadow priest, I would definitely want this. Because that's awesome. Like right now, I'm not using Mind Flay or Mind Blast. I'm focusing on holy damage. But it's nice to have. You know, it's nice to have it in case I ever DPS on this character in the future. So yeah, I'll take it. The buffs spread like the flu. Excellent. On that note, guys, I'm going to stop here for today. This seems like a really good place for it. Next time, we are going to head back to Elwyn. We have to go over and report to Westfall. So that's the next stuff we'll be doing. We'll be over in Westfall. Should be tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. As always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back in Azeroth very soon. Bye for now.